Shalom to elected Israel, to the hopeful elected Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praise to Barak, Yahawashi. Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Name of the Heavenly Father, who everybody ignorantly calls God, his true name in the ancient Hebrew, which is the Rawchaa Qadash. His true name is Yahawah. Bahasham means in the name of. Yahawashi is the Holy One of Israel. Everybody ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, who was slain at the foundations of the earth for the salvation of the elect of Israel. He is a so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah. And you got 2/3 of the wicked Israelites here in America, Babylon the Great, and the other wicked Israelites that are scattered across the four corners of the earth that will come back to the loins of the elect after the destruction. The Rawchaa Qadash is the Holy Spirit that has been bestowed upon the men. The Heavenly Father gave his only begotten Son out of the world to complete his work. So we always want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone led us to this truth and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect, to the hopeful elect. Lord, when we part of that number, Lord, when us be able to find those who fear the name of the Lord, striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah 3:5. It is not slack. 2 Peter 3:9 is unto a ring. 2 Ezra 5, verse 42. Shalom, all you sincere believers out there tuning in. And on after Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash, Barak, Atham. And we're going to get into a lesson. Various end time topics. The title is, let me go here first. is it at? Like I was saying, the title is Courage and Boldness. It's one of the greatest qualities of the mind next to honor and humility. And that is what you are seeing when you're seeing the men of Yahawah, Bahasham, and Yahawashi, starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down, who are teaching this doctrine, and you got certain people, they claim to be Israel, and, they don't believe scriptures, but the Lord has made it to where our faces are hard against their faces. Like, we're not gonna stand down, when it comes to this doctrine. We're gonna keep teaching it the way that it was taught. And it doesn't matter if you believe or not. That doesn't change the prophecy. So we're gonna get into some stuff. Let me see. Because one of these Zionists, they claim to have been watching us and apostles of GMS for a couple of weeks, and they pulled up on one of the camps, and I was listening to it, and he goes into some things, but there's just a few things I'm gonna point out that he said. But this guy, he's a Zionist. He claims that he don't believe in the scriptures, and they don't want to, because then it's going to prove that they're not Israel. That's why they don't go by the book, but they have various, conversations about economy, money, and they're just like everybody else. They think that everything's going to be replaced with gold and silver. But it's not. It's going to be replaced with the MOTB, the digital system.
White is not their place, it's a colour. Black is not their place, it's a colour. There's no such thing as a white man, because you're...
Give me a second to pause it. It don't pause all the way sometimes. But I'm going to get into this. Lord willing, is edifying to the flock. So we're going to start with this first. It's been going around the brotherhood. Zionist approaches after camp with a lot to say, and then said, I've been watching you for weeks. So they've been watching. They know that we are the Israelites, but they try to, he tries to talk to him a little bit and try to explain to him, about the, the scattering. We were scattered and we're under the curses to this day. Okay. And it said there will be a reproach and a curse. Okay. And that fits you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay. Them over there in the land right now, those are Edomites. Okay. And he goes into it and kind of let them know that, like, they come from Isaac, Abraham, or Abraham, Isaac, and they come from Abraham and Isaac, and they are Hebrews, but they're not Israelites. They're Hebrew Edomites. Okay. And he goes into that because there's more than just Hebrew Israelites. That's the Shemites, the Shemitic people who come out of Shem, Ham, and Shem, because you had Noah had Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Okay, but they say Semitic. Okay, that that's not biblical. It's Shemitic, and these people they got this mindset just like Esau, even the so-called white man. They're the same way. Hold on, real quick. Give me one second. So, yeah, you remember where we at? All right. Yeah, just come on up. Come on up. All right, Salakia. Okay. So getting back into it, this guy, man, he goes in and basically claims he don't believe in the scriptures. That's why, like, when it really come down to it, it's really nothing. It's really nothing. Like, what you gonna say to somebody that don't believe? We're here for the believers. But the Lord put the spirit on the elder to still have a conversation with him and whatnot. And he breaks down some things. And it's a good video to go watch. His channel is GMS Babylon is Fallen. But I want to point out one thing this guy said. Okay. And then we're just gonna go into some precepts.
You're not white. You're different.
Are you from this area?
North London, but not down here. You're different shades of red. There's no such thing as a black man. No one is the color of his shirt. We're different shades of brown. These are just colors. We are nationalities. Everyone has a nationality. There are 18 nationalities in the Bible, basically now. So to be an Israelite, it's not to do with worshipping. It's your nationality. That's who you are.
Listen, I'm glad that you guys consider yourself Israelite.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll be on the front line. Yeah. We'll be on the front line.
Because our fight is spiritual.
Your fight is spiritual.
Absolutely.
We'll be taking the licks and giving them out. Yeah.
You're gonna
So when you're ready to come out, we'll welcome you with open arms. Yeah.
You're gonna usher in the
You
war.
think I'm part of the problem? I'm clearing
I
the way
didn't
for
say
you
that.
guys to come and enjoy the land.
I never once said that you're part
And
of
when
the
you're
problem.
ready to come fight with us, we welcome you.
I've never once said you're part of the problem. What I'm saying is that you're gonna
See what I'm saying? So you see how these people are? They got this mindset. Come on in, I'll be good. Come on. So on. Just gonna really good, man. Gonna give you a seat, man. Be done in a second. The elders back there too. Be up in a minute. But these people, they doing just like Esau, even so-called white man. They fight with carnal means. See what I'm saying? So that's how we know these ain't the people, because the Lord specifically gave us instructions, to allow him to bring vengeance. But they don't believe in the Messiah. They don't believe in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, or they would say Jesus or whatever they say over there. Okay. But the Bible, like, strictly shows you, like, these are not the people, man. So we're going to go into a couple of precepts on it. And we're going to get into it, man. Just going to get into it. First, we're going to start. I want to type this in. I want to do this first. This is additions to Esther, okay, which is in the Apocrypha, chapter 10, verse 10. And it reads, therefore hath he made two lots, and lots is like your destiny, okay, one for the people of the Most High, and another for all the Gentiles. And what was the lot for Israel, true Israel? It was to be scattered across the four corners of the earth, man, and be put under our enemies. So you got these people over here talking about they fighting on the front lines. They got all the weapons. Well, it said right here, the true Israelites will be scattered across the four corners of the earth. Okay, when you go into Deuteronomy 28, that our lot was to be what? To be subject to our enemies until the Lord comes back. And that fits you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, man. That fits us. They got their own land and all that right now. Okay? But it's really not their land. It belongs to us. And we can't get it back until the Lord comes back. And you got these people out here, he said something to the elder. He said, how you gonna let a book determine your actions and how you move? Because without this, Jake, we'd be slaves forever here, man. We'd never ever come with nothing. Okay, we'll be nothing without this prophecy. This is all we got, or we're through. And that's the problem with Jake. 2/3 of our people who are in Babylon, America, Babylon the Great, they think like this is like the worst thing that you could do. Like these Yah Israelites coming out talking about it's a shame we out on the highways and byways. Well, we're gonna find out, bro. We're gonna find out, because you gotta understand that's the only way that the elect is being gathered. Okay, so we can get out of here. We're gonna go Revelation chapter 3, verse 9. Right? It says, behold, this is Yahawashi speaking. I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, right? And Satan's the spiritual demon who's in the Edomites. Okay, Esau, Edom, so-called white men. Okay, the Luciferians, the light bearers, right? The Illuminati people. Okay, the Rothschilds, rich banking companies. These guys. Okay, and how do they use that? What do they use? They use carnal means to gain things. How do we know this Esau, Edom, so-called white man? Because he was blessed with the sword. That's why there's weapons everywhere. Okay, this fits these people. They're like, we're battling on the front lines, and they feel all proud. You can join us. No, we don't want to join you. You're going to go into slavery. If you're Esau, Edom, we're not going to join you. We're going to watch the Lord come and destroy your ass, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie, because we wasn't going around saying we were the Israelites. It's only been about 40 years that we found out that we was the Israelites. And a lot of us is just waking up like, I woke up a year and a half ago. A lot of us, he said he's going to gather the elect from the four winds, north, south, east, and west, not just in the land of Israel. Okay, that's why they don't want to use the Bible. Okay, they just want to just be like, yeah, we're just Israelites. And they ain't got no damn prophecy, nothing. Okay, it's retarded. Okay, so and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. And who's the one people that everybody on the earth thinks the Lord doesn't love? So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Okay, diss them. Everybody don't think we nothing here. Okay, they say we 3/5 of a man here. Okay, Lord's gonna make sure they work for us. That's what he's saying. That's why they don't want to talk about the scriptures. They want to act like we're just reading them a bedtime story, and this book is literally telling us the whole seed line of Esau, Edom is going to be destroyed forever after this slavery. Okay, that's why I don't want to talk about it. This is Romans chapter 3, verse 3. And it reads, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? Right? So just because you don't believe, they don't mean nothing. Verse 4, Yahawah forbid, right? Yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, which means it's in the Old Testament. That's when it says that it is written. It's talking about the Old Testament. Okay? That thou mightest be justified in thy sayings. See, there's certain things that the Lord put the Spirit on for the prophets to write down. So later on, when we say them, they actually mean something. Okay? It said the scriptures was powerful than any two-edged sword. Okay, and Esau, Edom thinks his sword is more powerful than the Lord's. We're gonna find out. And mightest overcome when thou art judged, right? That's what we're here to do, to give you these sayings. And once we're done doing that, it's gonna be executed, and it's gonna be everybody thinking it's a game or whatever, but it doesn't matter if you don't believe or not. Okay, and this is another way to show that we fit we fit this category of the Israelites. I'm gonna go into some scriptures over it. So right now, what's going over there over there in Denver? Okay, it says racist signs targeting migrants. Right, Kamala Harris posted at Denver Aurora bus stops. And you see on there it says blacks must sit at the back of the bus. We know that's how they used to be in the scriptures, but this is scriptural. Why it's saying that? Okay, that's part of our curses. And then it says Kamala's migrants sit in the front. And this is like, this ain't like some like cardboard sign. Like it's a real sign they got up there. Like, you see this? That's a real sign. They like posted that up there and nailed it up there. Okay. Like, these people think they're going to get away with this shit, man. But we're going to go into it to show you why Jake, so-called Negroes, because the so-called Negroes is Judah, the tribe of Judah, Yahawah. Okay, that's how you say that in the ancient Hebrew, in the Rawchaa Qadash. It's Yahawah. Okay, and this is why they make them sit at the back of the bus. That was part of our curses, man. Deuteronomy 28:13. That's why we're taught. That's how we know it's talking about us, because we're going through that. Okay. And just like in all the businesses, where's Jake? He usually ain't running shit. He's usually at the bottom working for everybody else. Okay. And you might have some Jakes that are working in better positions because they didn't trim their ways, trim their beard, shave their beard, and shave their head, and they, Esau Edom's little girlfriend, working his ass off for him. We're not going to do that. It's Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 13. And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail. And thou shalt be, and thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath, that thou if thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy power, which I commanded thee this day to observe and do them. See, so that's what we were going to be. But since we're not, we're the tail. Okay. Verse 14, because it's talking about the blessings right now. We're going to go on the curses and show you that since we didn't do that, that's why they're saying, Jake, go to the back of the bus. Verse 14, thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day to the right hand and to the left, to go after other gods to serve them. And that's what Jake is doing. That's what 2/3 of our people doing. They over here serving Esau, even the so-called white man. So watch this. Show you that we didn't do it. We got screwed over here. Get to it. Here we go. Deuteronomy 28, verse 44. He shall lend to thee, right? You gotta go Esau, Edom, get everything you get, right? And thou shalt not lend to them. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. This is why Jake got to sit at the back of the bus right now, because we did do what Yahawashi said to do in the sayings, in the writings. They don't even believe in the Bible at all. Nothing, anything that they're saying doesn't match anything that is biblical. Okay? Just how we know these people aren't the people of the Lord. And if you don't got the spirit, you're going to be acting like them. This is Barak, chapter 3, verse 8. And it reads, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payment. So we don't have a military. We don't have no means of protecting ourselves. But they do. We're fighting on the front lines. And, well, whatever. It's going to get your ass put in slavery. That's all you're doing it for. According to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and we are our forefathers. It said the son's not going to pay for the father's sin, and the father's not going to pay for the son's sin. So that means that we're paying for our own sins. You're paying for whatever you did, you going through it. Whatever I did back then, I'm going through it. And we all fell and sinned against the Lord, man. And that's just like the elder was saying. He was saying in the video, he was saying, our bodies being in this flesh, it's in our nature to sin. That's part of this. Okay, that's why we need Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi to come back, because sin is just transgression of the law, the writings. Okay, that's sin. So if there is no writings, then what is there? There is no. It's literally the balance. Being it said Romans chapter 6 verse 24, the wages of sin and death. And what do you do? How you die? By transgressing the law. Okay. That's why Yahawashi has to come back and put the law in us, so we be immortal and not die. Okay, because we'll follow the law perfectly. That's what it's saying. But they don't even believe in none of it. Okay. And whatever rules they got, they ain't following them all. We over here finding these damn rats in Oklahoma, and not Oklahoma, but in New York, they got tunnels and shit would look like they harboring kids and shit down there and everything. Okay. They're sinning. Okay. They want to act like they the people of the Lord, but they ain't fitting what the Lord said the people of the Lord would go through. Isaiah, we gonna show you the Lord steady doing this to us the whole time we've been here. The Lord been over here whooping our ass, okay, because we was going off. And it's still like that to this day. We still getting punished for what we've done. But now he's taking these curses and he putting it on them, but that don't mean that we just scot-free. He said he wasn't going to leave us unpunished. So we still go through shit. This is and this is another one I want to put up first before we go into this this other one I'm talking about. But it says Isaiah chapter 52 verse 3. I'm gonna go into it a little bit. It's Isaiah chapter 52 verse 3, and it reads, "For thus saith the Lord, ye have sold yourselves for naught, and ye shall be redeemed without money." And they got a lot of money over there. Them Hebrew Edomites over there in the land right now, they got a lot of money. Okay. You know, whenever they declared themselves as a state, as a nation in 1948, you had the British Mandate. It was like 200,000 British soldiers. They was over there protecting them, and they was giving them billions of dollars, man. They got money, okay? And they don't need to be redeemed. They already have everything set up. They have their own military. They have all that. They don't need to be redeemed. They have their own shit. So we know this is not talking about them. Okay, we're the ones who's down here at the bottom. So this is Jeremiah. I want to do another one. 2 verse 14. And it reads, "Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?" Right? We were scattered and we were born as what? Slaves. Okay? Taken over here in the Atlantic slave trade. Slaves. We were slaves the whole time. Who is these people? Just like it said in Revelation 3:9, they say they us, they not us. And like he said there's some of us over there. It's a few of us. It's a little small remnant of us. But the majority of them are not us. Okay? We were scattered. And this is why, like, it don't matter what they say. Like, we're not going to back down. Okay? That's why the title's saying courage and boldness is one of the greatest qualities of the mind, next to honor and humility. Okay, all those traits, you know, the Lord gives you those. That is when faith is applied. You have those traits. Okay, this is Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 8, and it reads, "Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads." So whatever they say to us, we ain't gonna back down. We're gonna do this. You know. Shalom Nakim on the common board. Shalom Malaki Abasham Shabasham Qadash, Rakatha, Brakathum. All you beloved brothers and sisters out there, whoever's tuning in, hearing on after. So we're gonna, you know, keep it real simple. We don't really have to prove nothing to them. We don't need Esau, even so-called white man's validation that we're the Israelites. Okay? Because you know why? Because Jake's always been sitting at the back of the bus, man. We've always been the back of anywhere we go. We're always looked at as like we're the lowest people out there. Okay, we're having the worst jobs, everything. Okay, like I said, you got some Jakes that got bread and stuff now or whatever, but a lot of them, you know, they work for Esau, man, to the bone, man. You know, and that day comes, that MOTB comes, they ain't got the spirit of Yahawashi, they ain't gonna be able to give up all that money they made. So that's why the Lord keeps us at a lower state too. So we won't be tied into all this stuff, man. You know, he said that all that money they got is going to be a witness against them. That's what's going to bring them into slavery, because they took all that from Israel, the true Israel, in 70 AD when they raided, you know, they raided us. You know, what's the name? Titus. You know. He's one of the 12 feathers, one of the Caesars. Okay, and just before that, you had Emperor Nero. Nero. He basically burned down Rome and blamed it on Jake. Okay, that's what had Titus pull off in there and do all that. You know, but this is part of prophecy. The Lord said, you know, if we mess up, we're going to be going through these curses until forever, really, until Yahawashi was slain on the cross to be able to come get us out of it. Okay, so we need the Lord, man, and they don't believe in the Lord at all, you know. And it goes throughout all the scriptures, all talk about how we got carried in all these captivities, and it said that in Isaiah chapter 2 that we wouldn't be back in the land and until the time come where we will be immortal, because it said that everybody will come up to the throne, and they would learn our ways, and there wouldn't be war no more. And right now, it's a lot of war going on, Jake. So this is part of the curses Lord's putting on this place right here. Okay, this is going on down there in Colorado, in Aurora. Let's watch a little bit of this, get to some precepts, and we'll move on.
Have you guys heard about what's going on in Aurora, Colorado?
I mean, they're taking over.
Have you guys heard about what's going on in Aurora, Colorado?
I mean, they're taking over the city. They're taking over apartment complexes. And this is happening all over, just not Colorado. But the Colorado thing caught the imagination because there were many of them with the biggest weapons that you've ever seen.
So this is a gang from Venezuela called Tren de Agua. And what happened in Venezuela is the government let a bunch of these dudes out of prison and sent them to go cross the border. Come over here. Thanks, Venezuela. And now they're taking over whole apartment complexes out there in Aurora, Colorado, and they're doing a lot of damage in New York. And El Paso, Texas is on high alert right now because of how much damage they're doing out there. But America already has its own organizations and criminal elements, and none of them are taking too kindly to any of this. One in specifically who's been rumored to be stepping up, and we're going to talk about that right now, is the Hells Angels. So the Hells Angels are one of the first and one of the most powerful biker MCs on the entire planet. And if they're coming for you, it's already guaranteed that you need to stop, drop, roll, dig a little hole, crawl inside it, and probably die before they get their hands on you. I've worked with some of these dudes, and they were great to do business with because they acted very professionally, but they are definitely no joke, and you do not want to piss these dudes off. And the internet is exploding with rumors right now that the Hells Angels are on their way to Aurora, Colorado to deal with Tren de Agua. So let's get into this and see what we can figure out, if there's any truth to that or if there's not, and what we think is going to happen when they...
Doesn't really matter, but that's what he's talking about. Hells Angels is going over there because the Lord is allowing these other nations to come in here and terrorize this place. And it's part of why. Ezekiel, why is the Lord allowing that? We're going to go to Ezekiel 28, verse 5. And it reads, by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic, right? What's that? Trading us, taking us over here as slaves, trading guns, trading all this stuff, selling human. They just sold everything under the sun you can think of. Drugs, whatever. They're the ones who mainly got their hands on it. It said Jake was a homeborn slave. How'd Jake end up with 400 pounds of weed? How'd Jake end up with a fully automatic rifle with a damn extended clip on it? It's because of Esau Edom, man. We couldn't have did that. We broke as hell. We just out here barely making rent and shit. So, right, by great wisdom, by thy traffic, thou hast increased thy riches. It's not talking about us. We ain't increased our riches. And thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches, right? This place thinks that they're just the shit. Just like these Hells Angels guys. They think they the shit too. Because they got all these people. Okay? Verse 6, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahawashi, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of the Most High, right? They think that they can't be defeated. They think that they just so tough. If you mess with them, you through, right? Verse 7, behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. That's why you got these gangs coming in here from Venezuela, tearing shit up. That's why they're doing it. That's part of the prophecy. So you go ask one of these small hats over there, these you know, these Amalekites over there in the land right now, they ain't gonna give you nothing. They're not gonna tell you nothing about that, man. They're not gonna, you know, not gonna come in and do anything like that. They're not gonna come in and give you no prophecy. Okay. So I got a couple more articles I'm gonna do, but we're gonna just stop there because we got some stuff we about to do. But I'm gonna come back and do the rest of this lesson, Lord willing. So shalom to elect Israel, hope elect Israel, Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indian, Haitians, foreign Israelites that look like the other nations, scattered across the four corners of the earth. We want to give all praise to Barak, Yahawashi. Double honors to us and apostles, great us. Don't let us all to this truth. We don't bring about the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath. To all those who are part of the elect, to the hopeful elect. Peace and blessing to the elect. Kwam Yasharallah, Shalom.